Hello everyone, welcome to another great Legacy stream here in Colorless today. Today we are playing a very special deck. We are playing Aluren Show and Tell Omniscience. And this is a deck that has been popping in popularity. Not that it's a great deck, but it's a strong enough deck to be in the format due to it getting many trophies. We are playing classic Show and Tell into Atraxa or Omniscience. But we also have Atherak the Arlich, that when it enters, if I haven't completed Tomb of Annihilation, return Atherak to its owner hand and return to the dungeon. And the next ability is when it attacks, it creates a zombie, but it doesn't matter. You play it and you never go into the dungeon. So you keep going into other dungeons while not the Tomb of Annihilation, and you end up winning the game. This happens if you have Aluren or Omniscience. You just cast it for free. And for the rest, we are on a decent combo deck. We have Formidable Speaker for set for Atherak, for set for Atraxa. We don't have Embrakuls. And yeah, let's see. The combo is a bit click heavy to do, but we will get there probably. If you enjoy my content, hit like and subscribe. We are here in round 1 against Weekends, playing on a weekday. So we have Foss and blue cards, Veil of Summer, Aluren. So yeah, I guess you keep this in your average Magic Online League. 7 cards revealed. So this is some combo deck. Cyrus, thanks for the follow. So this is Cosmogoyf combo. We played this in Modern. They might have discard spells. I don't know. I only have 1 Hedge Maze, right? No, I have double Hedge Maze. I'm gonna play Misty Rainforest. If I need to Veil of Summer, that's fine. But if not, this is gonna be a 7-8 Cosmogoyf. They choose Cavernous Souls. So my combo Cosmogoyf, my Fossil is not gonna do much. This Elemental Ligorf. Elvish Spirit Guide. Here's the Goyf 8-9. Yep, you got it. So we need some good draws. This is a turn 1 attack for 8. So I have 3 turns. That's not gonna be easy. Would love to cycle this Veil of Summer. Go to 12. Fetch Maze. Formidable Speaker. So we do have Lotus Petals and Ancient Tombs and Seed of Treat. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Go to 3 Hedge Maze. I need to draw a petal or a tomb. Okay, goes to the graveyard. Go. If they cast a black spell, I can Veil of Summer. I can block with Formidable Speaker, which is also not terrible. Gains me 1 turn. Bit of Traitors. Okay, so that was a good draw. And here I'm gonna cast. No, ooh, I almost misclicked Aluren. And then I'm gonna pass and try to combo on their upkeep. Maybe have another Boseiju. Cast with paid mana cost. Always yield. Discard Forest. Search Atherak. Okay, we got there. And now cast. And maybe my opponent concedes. Here, always yield. Tomb of Annihilation. So it's the Lost Mine. Create a token. Put each opponent loses 1 life. Yeah. So it's Lost Mine of Pendle Veil. And okay. I have to always yield this. Put on the bottom. So then is Mine Tunnels. Always yield. Cast Dark Pool. This drains my opponent for 1. I draw a card. Put on top. I cast this. Mine Tunnels, Dark Pool. Okay, here we recast this. Lost Mine, put on top. Mine Tunnels, Dark Pool. That's low, but we are gonna power. So I made 10 Goblins, put them on 8, so I have lethal next turn. That's probably the fastest way to win. I draw a lot of cards. I can still come on insta speed with Atherak. Better in paper. Yeah, in paper it's oops, I win. But yeah, on Magic Online, this is a very click heavy thing. I have played a ton of Pauper Walls with the Sacred Door, and winning with that way was not the thing that made you the most happy. So I'm gonna attack and hope this is lethal. Should be lethal, probably lethal. Okay, the classic tap for mana, try to get 1 more second from you. I don't care. Cosmogoyf. Spirit Guides, yeah. So, Disruptive Flute is strong. I don't know how much discard my opponent plays. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm gonna cut 2 Veil of Summers for 2 flutes, and that's it. My deck is not prepared at all to beat the Cosmogoyf World. Yeah, one more day. So we played to our outs and got there. Yeah, turn to show and tell Omniscience seems decent. So here my opponent plays Midnight, Wastelands, Poseidus, Leyline. What is this? If this card is in your opponent's hand, you might begin the game with it on the battlefield. And this enchantment enters, choose a creature type. Creatures you control that are the chosen type in addition to the other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that are under the battle. So everything gets a sliver. Okay, that's a painter for creature type. I don't know how strong that is, but gonna pass. I don't know. Can always brainstorm or not. Spoils. Okay. Opponent will die. If the named card is in the less than 19 cards, so Disruptor Flute, Fossil Will, so they kill themselves or they 1/1. Yeah, okay. Easy kill. Opponent die themselves. What did they name? Midnight. Probably Midnight. Hatchery Sliver. This best cost. Okay, I don't know what my opponent was trying to do. But yeah, one more day. Dying to the spoils. Sad opponent. I have killed myself with Pulse of the Vault often. So they seems like they go into some kind of sliverish sideboard plan. They Affinity for Slivers have double strike and haste, so they want to double strike their Hatchery Sliver. And I don't know what that's too much information to read. So round 2 against Moxless guy. We have a decent hand with Show and Tell, Aluren, Atraxa, Fossil Will, Brainstorm. So I'm a bit off lands, but I have a Brainstorm. So what can be good? Well, okay. My opponent is a liar. Their name is Moxless and they played a Mox. So, Moxless guy says turn 1 play Mox. That's nuts. What do I want to call it? I'm gonna counter this with what is the question? With Atraxa? I think it's with Atraxa. That card is strong. Another Veil of Summer. So I'm gonna wait on this Brainstorm until my opponent Wastelands me. If they Wasteland, I'm obviously catching. Yeah, Wasteland. I have to Brainstorm here. Sad. Okay, yeah, sure. So we are stuck. Okay, no Loam, no proactive plays. I could have a crop here. Punishing Fire me for 1. Okay. Yeah, if they want to kill me with Punishing Fire, that's gonna need time. Every time they tap the Punishing Fire and the Grove, they do 1 damage to me. That's not the most aggressive approach in the Magic. Oh, Left Frontal. Left Frontal is a strong card to mill. Why not Veil Wasteland? Wasteland is a colorless spell, and Veil only stops blue and black spells or abilities. I guess I'm gonna discard. I need to draw Ancient Tomb or State of the Dead. I have 5 of those. Loam the Pot. Yeah. Atraxa. Atraxa is also another good card to put down, but not that it matters. Probably I need to. They have a Poseidon in the grave. They had a Poseidon in the graveyard, so they loamed back a Poseidon. Valakut Exploration, Loam. So yeah, nothing huge yet. Wasteland. Yep. How many basics do I play? I play 3. Another Atraxa. Yeah, Punishing Fire. Going up that hill. Would you cap up Poseidon? Okay, the Poseidon can be strong. It did not Loam. Okay. Ancient Tomb. Also will. I'm gonna discard Stock Up here. And by turn 7, I never saw a second land. That's something. Punishing Fire me again. Here goes Stock Up. Lightning Bolt and Caracas. I'm not gonna reveal my secrets about the Poseidon Thespian Stage. And Snow Covered Island. Okay, this is a redraw. This can search for State of Traitors, Fossil Will. Okay, none of those cards help me. That means that this island is gonna keep tapped forever. By port, Dark Depths. Okay, I need to draw something this turn. After all those back and forth, Poseiju. Okay, I'm gonna concede. They're gonna put a 2020. I don't want to reveal more cards that they have. I could play this. So here I needed to draw a Ancient Tomb. So Force of Negation is nice. Consign tends to be fair. Disruptor Flute. And I'm gonna cut Veil of Summer for sure. So no, Hookup is probably not the best card, and maybe Blue Elemental Blast and Atraxa. So let's see. Okay, here we go. We have a interesting strong hand that doesn't Aluren, but it could push a bit. So Seat of Traitors is a great draw. So we can show and tell for Atraxa turn 2, which is not the best in the world, but it's decent. Show and tell, they're gonna put a land on board. Atraxa land. Okay, now they are cropping. They're pyroblasting. A false of negation. They're pyroblasting my Atraxa. Okay, it's an option. So Lotus Petal, Polluted Delta, Aluren, Atraxa, Ponder, Brainstorm. Okay, took 6 cards, and I'm gonna play a land, and then pass discarding, I guess, Brainstorm. Ghost Quarter. You want to Ghost Quarter my land? You can do that. Maybe have Poseiju, I don't know. I'm gonna play drop here. I'm just gonna play the island. I'm gonna play safe and Ponder. Omniscience. Formidable Speaker. So I can show and tell. In theory, show and tell here, and then for blue mana, I'm gonna show and tell. They could Pyroblast me, put another Attraction to play, put an Ancient Tomb. I don't have a Pyroblast. So here is Petal, Misty Rainforest. No, Misty Rainforest not. Poseiju, Speaker, Omniscience. No Force of Wills for us. And I'm gonna discard probably Omniscience. Yeah, maybe I should have not taken Omniscience. Omniscience. Ghost Quarter my land. I can. So they're loaming Wasteland back. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about Wasteland yet. Maybe I care later, but not. They're gonna Pyroblast me. Drop. Okay, I'm gonna Brainstorm. Yeah, sure. That's a Caracas. I have to put 2 cards on top, so gonna be Traxa and okay. No Force of Will for us, sadly. It's a Caracas, which you lose the pitch. They're gonna bounce my Traxa now to hand. I don't lose the pitch. I just delay it. So what do I want to do? I'm gonna discard Aluren, Force of Vigor. They have Ghost Quarter, Wasteland, Loam back, Ghost Quarter. I'm gonna force the Loam. I have Wasteland there. Draw. I'm gonna fetch or drop and play. Okay. They Loam something. They get some Ghost Quarters and stuff. I don't need to combo now. They have Mindbreak traps in their deck. Something to be aware. Poseiju. Response, I'm gonna cast Formidable Speaker, gonna discard Atraxa and get another Formidable Speaker, cast it, discard Forest, get a Therak, cast a Therak. They can Mindbreak trap this. If they have trap, yeah, I'm gonna concede. They got me. Yeah, they had the trap, which is fine. I cannot play around the trap with my combo. I need to have a Force of Will. I didn't have it. So yeah. Poseiju is a strong card. Poseiju is a strong card. On my Metaframe profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. Here we are playing against Delthar on round 3, the good Magic Online Grinder. So yeah, we have a strong hand. I'm gonna keep this and put back Veil of Summer, probably. It's a card that could be less good. I'm on Wooded Foothills, and the other day my friend Dario played this deck in a tournament, the Goblins deck. It was quite strong. I think he lost the finals. Ponder. Use Ponder's ability? No. So next turn I cannot show and tell next turn. Learn Hexing Squelcher, yeah. So I'm gonna show and tell next turn, that means. Because I'm not winning against anything. Now they have the Squelcher, so nothing goes. They surveil. And I'm gonna play land, City of Traitors. Now they can put every goblin they want into play, but Muxus. Okay, I'm gonna Atherak in response. Okay, they don't make me do all the combo. Consign, Graftigas Cage, Hydroblast. Let's say Blue Elemental Blast. So Veil of Summer goes, and Consign, Hydroblast. Stock ups are not that great. They're slow. Aluren, Omniscience, Atraxa. It's a bit. Oh, Atraxa. I'm gonna keep one Atraxa. I'm gonna take out one Atraxa, but I think this is a Aluren matchup. I only have one Omniscience. Okay, I have an Hydroblast and Taiga Hirage. I have an Aluren. I'm not sure if they played Wasteland in the list. No Wasteland. District, Ringleader. I'm gonna brainstorm end of turn. Show and tell. I don't like this. Aluren goes and stock up is put on top too. I show and tell into a non-lethal Aluren. I'm probably dying, so I'm just gonna stock up here. Speaker, Ancient Tomb, Chalice, Masked Vandal, maybe Ponder. It's gonna be it. And I'm gonna discard Atraxa. I don't think Atraxa is the way to go. They milled over Ringleader, so that means that maybe what's the name? A Masked Vandal could heal with my Aluren. That's something to have in mind. Broadside Bombardiers. Okay, let's see. Lotus Petal will be a good card. Aluren. Okay, that's a lot of damage coming in. I could... Let me see. Every turn I give them, they are near the next thing. So they have Masked Vandal and that's it. Slingang, Host Squad. Maybe they have the Masked Vandal. I think I'm gonna stock up again. Try to get a Consign. Or even a Fossil Will is fine-ish. Fossil Will. Until Omniscience. Okay, I can show until Omniscience. I'm gonna force an Omniscience. That means that I will be able to maybe Force of Will can counter that. Omniscience or Speaker. I'm gonna take Omniscience. Play this. And then discard probably Aluren. Have a one shot on winning. Bombardier. So I want Force of Will for the next thing. Okay, yeah. That's gonna resolve, and I'm gonna Blue Elemental Blast, Broadside. The attack, that's some damage. That's 3, this could be 5. They could have a Fury, but I don't think so. Green, damage. Aluren, Speaker, Bombardiers, this does nothing. Bombardiers, okay. Poker, Bombardier Poker, Masked Vandal, okay. That's the one I want to force. Okay, yeah, we made the plan. They had to have the Masked Vandal. It was so clear, so well played, I guess. At least from my side. 4 Bombardiers, that's strong. At the end, with any combo deck, patience is key. While at the same time, knowing where you have to go for it is also key. But first be patient, then go for it. You're probably winning more games in the long run by being more patient than aggressive. So this hand has Island Ponder Keep. Island Ponder Keep is a good old classic. We know they play Wasteland, so even if this makes us a bit slower, I'm gonna prefer to have my lands. Aluren stock up. I'm gonna take stock up. That's a good card for my opponent to Thoxies. That's what they want to do. I guess this should be an easy matchup. So that's Beardy. Yeah. Birds of Paradise. I'm gonna play a fetch land and pass. Silver Safekeeper. Not a card that's gonna do anything against me. Robert Hirage. Wasteland. I'm gonna brainstorm at the end of turn. Boss, Aluren. Speaker. They're playing Thoxies or not? They're playing 3 Thoxies in the main deck. I'm gonna be Speaker. I'm gonna redraw. Get drop from here. Get Boseiju and stock up. So Misty Rainforest, stock up? Yeah, seems like a deal. Okay. Just more redraws and more cards. They could have a Thoxies in hand if they have it. Maybe I have to force. They could try to Wasteland me. That's right results. This That's a lot of mana. Natural Order, try to lethal me. Yeah, that's easy fast target. If they have a Thoxis and they knew that... Okay, they wasteland me. Would be crazy that now they Thoxis. Could never happen, but... Another Aluren. So I'm gonna fetch for Forest and stock up again. Land and Petal. Lotus Petal. Go. Now let's see. I could die to a Crater Hoof. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have another Natural Order. I could die to the Hoof. They fetch. That seems like another Natural Order is coming. Riot Arbor. That's second Natural Order. Okay, no Natural Order. That's weird. Attack. Yep. Why are they fetching? Why did they fetch pre-combat? I got a Natural Order post-combat. Misty Rainforest. Aluren. On upkeep, I cast Formidable Speaker. Discarding Show and Tell. Getting Atherak. Atherak gets cast. And now we go into the dungeon. A Veil of Summer backup if they have something like a... Maybe an opponent's concede, maybe not. We know this needs like 3 minutes of... Okay, they get a Madara. Maybe I need to look into something. They're gonna get Talon Gates. Talon Gates is troublesome. Okay, they eat Safekeeper and see what happens. Madara, the Atherak. Cry 1, you gain 1 life. Cry 2, Ponder, stay something. How I deal with me needing to bounce Atherak. It's a Natural Order. I also have double Mindbreak Trap in the sideboard. Oh, what's this? Seen it for 1, for 0, another Dryad, and another Natural Order to lethal me. Yeah, okay, they got their strong showing opponent. Could have done something different. Yeah, the other Natural Order. Loots. I'm gonna cut Veil of Summers. I know the card is decent, but not what I'm gonna play around. So cages and flutes are strong. Also negation is also not terrible, but I prefer to keep all my other cards in the deck. On the die roll, play cage. This hand is quite good against cards like Thoxis and so. Turn 1 cage tends to be very strong against the Zenith Natural Order deck. They can also not fetch for Dryad. You want to play this card. I have a Brainstorm. I have double Brainstorm. Cabal Therapy will be very troublesome, but not happening now. The other day I played Pre-Mother and Cabal Therapy is a dangerous card. So easy stock up. Aluren Brainstorm. Go. To be a bit aware about Mindbreak Trap, but yeah. Guess it is what it is. So I'm gonna pass. Now they could play Bowmasters. They have 3 of them. I'm gonna brainstorm in response. See what happens. I don't think I need flute, and I'm gonna put back. I'm gonna force the flute. It's probably one of the strongest cards my opponent can play against us currently. So Wasteland. I'm not going to fetch because I have Ancient Tomb on top. Yep. So now I keep my other Ancient Tomb. I'm gonna Ponder. If they not use Ponder's ability, or another Trop and another Ancient. We just keep stocking up. Speaker, City of Traitors. Speaker, City of Traitors. Let's go. They could have another Wasteland, or they could have a card. I'm gonna Brainstorm here. Let's see what we can do. This is a bit of a disaster. Atraxa Ancient Tomb, Atraxa Island, and I'm gonna play the Speaker just to shuffle. And Atherak, card Ancient Tomb, get Atherak, the Aldrich, pass. I think they have a Mindbreak Trap in hand, so I need to get rid of that. Might have a Talon in hand right now, but until. And now I'm gonna show and tell. Shwantel Atraxa, maybe it's good enough that they're going to put it to play. What they put is gonna give me a lot of information. Alpha Death Cloud. Destroy target permanent. When this creature enters or becomes target. So they destroy my Atraxa. But they get my trigger, which is monstrous. It's force. Show and Tell, Omniscience, also will, Atraxa, Island, Omniscience, Lotus Petal. I casted 1 spell, so I'm gonna cast another Show and Tell and put it Omniscience. Omniscience puts into play Aluren, and my opponent concedes. Atraxa too strong. Alpha Death Cloud. I only seen this card in cube. Consign to memory, maybe it's it's worth. It's better than the flute. I can cut Boseiju. Boseiju still kills flute if needed. So I'm going to cut one Atraxa. I'm gonna cut one Atraxa. Even if the show and tell Atraxa is a good plan. I can Formidable Speaker for Atraxa. Worst case. This is I think I can get better hands. All this, they kept the 7 card hand. Okay, this hand is somehow strong. I'm gonna put Atraxa down, probably the weakest card here. And let's see, Foxys will be a strong opener. Beard is also strong. Scene is for Dryad is probably the weakest plan they can do. Foxys, Beard, Hirach. Yeah, I'm gonna play Lotus Petal. In their last list, they did not have Force of Vigors, so that's gonna what I'm gonna bank in. Here comes a Bird. Yep. So I will need to find an Ancient Tomb, probably. And Hedge Maze, yeah. Tap lands. Tap land 2, 3, 4. Okay, I could try to combo off 2 turns. I put land into the grave. I draw an Ancient Tomb, it's so much better. I could find another land. Maybe Thoxys or something like that. Once upon a time. Okay, that's good. Bowmaster. Bowmaster is a card. They should cast Bowmaster now because this stops me from having the attack. Now if I draw Brainstorm, I can start the Bowmaster dance. And that's something my opponent does not want. We'll try to combo here. Okay, what's a punish while comboing here? What could they have? Okay. Gonna play Hedge Maze and wait one more Brainstorm. They will have a Bowmaster. So next turn I can discard the card they draw. They did not flash in the Bowmasters. Why? Talon. Yeah, that's a card to have in hand. What does they have that they are not? Toxis, Flute, Endurance. I don't know. Mindbreak Trap. Mindbreak Trap is probably the key card here. Play a land and play Aluren. Absolutely no hurry. Aluren has resolved. I could try to combat instant speed, but I'm just gonna chill and try to stock up next turn. They're still not casting anything. I'll chump the speaker. I'm not casting their spells. Why? Bowmaster. Yeah, Bowmaster resolves. That's free. Free main phase Bowmaster. You could hack as Creature Hoof Beamo. It's 4 mana. Yeah, you tap for 4. Taps exactly for the amount of mana you have creatures. What's this? White. Oh, that's Atraxa. I'm gonna consign that Atraxa. Okay, that's an Atraxa. Blue mana. Consign Atraxa. I need to find Fossil Will and blue card. I cannot cast Togak. Oh, why did they were able to cast Togak? Oh, they tapped everything. Okay, maybe. 2 cards in hand. Land is not what I need. Stock up Foss and blue card? No. I think I will have to go for it. Not the best sensation in the world. Consign, Delta, play lands, Speaker. Opponent has a Mindbreak Trap. Would be a disaster, but... Okay, opponent concedes. They didn't have Mindbreak Trap. We played around it, but there's a moment that we need to go for it. And we are 3-1 with Show and Tell Aluren. Sometimes your opponent doesn't have everything. Are we going to 4-1 with this deck? Would be crazy. Would be crazy cool. I did not play against any blue decks that I would have sided in Carpet of Floors. It's interesting. Not like interestingly great, but interesting. 14 cards in the sideboard? Yeah. Why? Okay. Maybe I took a card out from the list. Sultai Aluren. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. 14 cards in the list. Yeah. Why? The second time this happens. I usually tend to think that people do the decks well, but I took the list for Notaba. Yeah, 14 card sideboard. No more cards needed. But also, this list and this list are the same amount. So, Sinono and Totaba both also played Olive. You don't need more. So, last round for the 4-1 against Middeterminist. They're playing Ugi. That's probably Omnitel. Oh no, that's Legacy Simic Ritual combo. Your opponent's playing this. What is this? When it enters, you sacrifice it, and when it dies, you draw a card. Coiling, Apparent Oculus, Uro. Okay, Brainstorm Days, Flare of Daniel. Okay. And we are gonna mulligan to our 1 Lotus Petal hand. Oof, I would love to keep this hand, but I don't have the Show and Tell payoff, so I'm gonna mull this. Okay, this hand has a plan. Maybe not the best plan, but a plan. I'm gonna put down both Alurens because Shoantel Atraxa is probably the cheapest way to win. Close boss. Okay. This is not the ritual deck. Speaker, Atherak. I don't want to shuffle. And Glimmer Post, gain some life. Trinisphere. Okay, that's some more stackish pass. That's not blue. That's not blue Cloud Post. Aluren, Hedge Maze. Okay, all this is pretty bad. I'm gonna keep Tit of Traitors and Snowcovered Island. That was a huge miss on the stock up. And get Misty Rainforest for Ancient Tomb for 5 mana. Transfer tends to be good against Shoantel decks and against Aluren decks. This Cozy like X63. Yeah, they make 3 tokens. And what is my opponent playing? Green Cloud Post? This might be Green Cloud Post. Green Cloud Post tends to be a bit more stack directed. Maybe Colorless Cloud Post with Ugins and stuff. 2 cards on top. I'm gonna pay 3 mana to Brainstorm, which is not the most happy moment in my life. Atherak and Island go. Here I'm gonna search for another Surveillant. Oof, that's a lot of mana. 4, 5 Karn. So they are 1 off of Latticing me. I need to win this turn. They might Quating. Yeah, that Trinisphere. I guess post-board we are a bit favored. Disruptor Flute. Fetch, Hedge Maze. Yeah, Flute into... I can still draw Shoantel here. 3, 4, 5. If I top deck Shoantel, I still have a game, but they will get bridge and then be locked under the... Oseju will be a good hit. Slow Fossa Will. I take Fossa Will and Forests. No blue card there. We'll have to Fossa Will attracts the Lattice. Yeah, I'm not in a winning position. That's something I'm sure of. Saga, okay. Now they have a clock. I think that's not Karn down take. I have to let resolve. Okay, yeah. I have to let this resolve because maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how I'm gonna win this game. Okay, yeah. Ugin goes. They are 1 mana off of Lattice. That's okay. Ugin is a bit of a number with Trinisphere, but they probably will be able to cast 3 spells and win. Have 1 draw. They reveal a card. They have 5 mana. Sphere of Resistance. Okay, sure. Another Atraxa. Okay, so here for 4 mana, I'm casting Speaker, discarding Veil of Summer, getting Atraxa, and I'm gonna pass. This makes some extra mana. I think I'm pretty dead, but we keep fighting. Opponent plays a Tesseract, a Candelabra, so I'm gonna concede because I'm so dead. This is just gonna be... Okay, game 2, we have a ton of cards that can be sided in, like Consign to Memory is great, Disruptor Flute is very good, Force of Negation too. I don't know if the Aluren combo is what we want to be doing. Still, I'm only 3 cards short. Sphere and Trinisphere both top Aluren. Yes. Both top Aluren. But I don't know how much I want to cut on the Aluren combo. That's the big question. Because it's still a decent way. I'm gonna cut. I don't want to go down less than 3 cards of each side. I'm gonna cut 2 Alurens and 1 Formidable Speaker. We can Speaker for Atraxa. That's my main game plan here. I don't know, this matchup can be very good or very bad, depends on the draws. So we have a medium fast Shoantel Atraxa hand. Okay, so Mr. Enforced go. Sas Tower. Yeah, so they're playing full Tron. I think no, but maybe. I'm gonna Brainstorm here. This could mean that we are Brainstorm locked, but also so Shoantel and Atraxa. I'm gonna wait here. Maybe my opponent plays a Trinisphere and I'm in very bad shape, but if they play a card and I have a Flute, that's what could happen, and that was our upside play. The Great Creator. So my opponent has a very expensive Null Rod. Here I could try to combo with Shoantel, but I think I'm better off with Atraxa because if they put a Trinisphere into play, I'm in a very bad spot. Here I take Consign, Lotus Petal, Ponder. I cannot use Lotus Petal, just so that I know. I'm still gonna play it because maybe my opponent doesn't figure it out. Or I can attack into card next turn, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they could Ugin and kill my Atraxa. But then that means I can play Aluren and combo. I don't really know how this game is gonna end. 8 mana. I can untap this. Osiris command. This is 7. So, okay. They want to get a F7 so that they can get Ugin. Would have loved to get a Force, but no luck there. If I hit a Force of Will or Force of Negation, I think I would have won. But life. The 1 rank. Yeah, I think our combo beats the 1 rank. View dungeon information. But each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Yeah. Our combo beats the dungeon. Draw cards. Grey Monolith. Yeah. 3 mana. Transfer. Okay. Yeah. So we are in Atraxa control mode. This should get there. Attack Karn. They're gonna draw a lot of cards, but they can also not play a crazy amount of spells. We are not on Aluren mode anymore. Yeah. This Tesseract Cruel Captain. What does... This is probably too strong for us to handle. I don't need to lose life here. I just tap like this. Replicate for 2. You can play the replicate through transfer. Same target, same target, same target. They have 1 more spell. They play a lot of lock pieces, so a high chance they cannot cast anything else. Can't cost 7, so we will have enough to counter the next thing they do. Maybe I ponder this turn to try to get a Force of Will. Glimmer Post, gain 2 life. Atraxa is on a 3-turn clock regardless. Yeah, it counters a bit of the Omniscience. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna attack my opponent. Ponder for a Force of Will. Initiative Atraxa Schwantel. No. Any order? Shuffle? Yes. Loot. I'm letting them draw cards this turn. I'm a bit afraid they called Ugin or something like that. Okay, they're gonna Osiris command. X 2. Yeah. No, they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mana. They draw. Best land they can play is Ursa's Tower. It has 8 cards in hand. They want to stop an Ugin. This matchup. This matchup is something. Opponent concedes. Okay. They have nothing in hand that could do anything. And they probably play a ton of stack pieces. I'm gonna keep like this. I think this is the right approach, but consign to memory Atraxa. I'm gonna keep this and try to win thanks to a consign. Which is the dungeon to call with Atharak. It's the Lost Mine of Fandelvel or whatever it's called. This is the one that scries, makes a token and then drains for 1. You cannot go into Tomb Initiation because you will not combo. But with the other one, that's... okay, they are casting Flute. Schwantel. I drew Schwantel. 1, 2. Gonna play all this. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm gonna play all my petals and Cloud Post. They have another Candelabra. Okay, this makes mana. It's not a payoff. Map is also not a payoff. It's called Search for Saga, but not that's the thing I'm most worried about. Force of Will, Consign to Memory should be enough to win. Force of Will, Consign. We are going at it slowly. Nexus, okay. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana currently in my opponent's pool. Or 5. I can untap lands. Osiris command, X is 5. Yeah, that's going to resolve. I'm not that worried right now. If I draw an untap land, I can still force. Probably my best plan is to not have to consign this turn. Then next turn, Hedge Maze, consign something. Yeah, they sacrifice tokens to untap 2 lands. Yeah, and this is Karn. I put 2 cards on top, 1 on bottom. Here I lost Petal, which, yeah, it's something. Ooh, Schwantel Omniscience. That will be great. It's also fine. Stock upping in when you are trading resources is good. My opponent has a bit more mana and 2 cards. Plus a map that they are not using now. Tesseract. What do we want to do with this Tesseract? What does this Tesseract do, in fact? Tesseract puts up ultimate, but not much else. I'm gonna let Tesseract resolve. I don't care. They could go for the ultimate, but I don't think the ultimate raises my Atraxa by any means. So this Tesseract smells like bait, and we are real sharks, so we are not failing for the bait. At least not an easy bait. I don't know what one drop. So I will be afraid of this Tesseract if they had something like a ring on board, because this untaps and those things. Okay, portable hole. We can tap this way. Yeah, sure. Portable hole. What's this? Portable hole. I'm gonna sack, because why not? And like I said, this Tesseract was almost nothing. Yeah, that was the good card. I knew, you knew, everyone knew. Yeah. Tesseract was so much of a bait. Now I have Foss and Stock Up. Stock Up is great. City, Ancient Tomb, Loot, Fossil Will, Consign. Consigned Fossil Will, I guess. No land. I will need a land there, but we will get to that sooner or later. 3 mana, crack map, search for... There's a case in which I consign the second saga chapter and Foss with untap land, yeah, pass. Or cast something. Tesseract on taps, yeah. Another Tesseract. Yeah, we're on the same spot as earlier. This doesn't do anything. So this can threaten with the ultimate, but I don't care. They can just untap something and do nothing. They will have to draw a lot of artifacts before this ultimates. So I'm fine. Baity Tesseract. Search, yeah. Or now what? Pithy Needle. I don't think they have Pithy Needle. Maybe they have a Pithy Needle, like Expedition map. Okay, more sagas. Yeah, more maps, all that. Okay, we are starting to fall into the spot where we could end up dying. The crack map, or they have another saga, or maybe they only play one saga. They have more sagas, okay. Yeah. I will consign that saga trigger. Worried about them getting to token me too fast. I need to draw 2 mana before they kill me with the sagas. I don't have the other Aluren combo piece in hand, so Aluren does not work. If I draw Aluren, I'm gonna still smash it. On top with Candelabra, yeah. You have to be worried about Candelabra on tapping things. Okay, this goes nowhere. I'm gonna Foss with Atraxa. You have to be very worried about them getting extra tokens with the Saga, with the Candelabra. That goes very, very fast at winning games on Magic. Yeah, they don't tap Candelabra, does nothing. Seed of Traitors, Stock Up. Yeah, Stock Up is always a great draw. Ancient Tomb. Okay, I have 2 choices. I have Ancient Tomb and Formidable Speaker. Omniscience does the same. Maybe it's Aluren plus Formidable Speaker. Aluren, Formidable Speaker lets me Foss and win. Yeah, any order. They have 0 cards in hand, so Aluren, Formidable Speaker wins if nothing very weird happen. And this makes me that I don't have to show and tell something into play, so that my opponent could put, for example, a Trinisphere on their sides. So we just Aluren, Azerak, kill them. Voltaic Key, that's just for more tokens. Put a Saga token, yep. Saga tokens are coming. Now we will need some time to combo. I don't know if my opponent is gonna concede, but I feel pretty safe with the Foss backup. I think this is a 4-1. Yeah, untap things, make more constructs, make even more constructs, untap target thing, make more constructs. So I think all this work is going into the void. Another Tesseract. Okay, yeah. This should not get anything relevant. More Saga tokens. Yep. Tesseract triggers. More Sagas. This grows. They untap. In paper, I would have just revealed my opponent in my hand and tell them, look, I have the combo and it's game over. But here we are gonna go Aluren, Speaker, and I think they are gonna concede. So we got a 4-1 with the Aluren Show and Tell deck. It was decent. I missed maybe having another Omniscience in the deck, but the Aluren combo is quite strong if they don't stop it. And we are missing 1 card in the sideboard, which probably should be another Fairy Macab. But for the rest, the deck was good. I feel like it's missing something to get rid of permanents. Only 1 Bossage is maybe not the correct amount. But for the rest, I like the deck, and it's a good deck to play in paper. Much click-friendly than on Magic Online.